Presented by Dick's Sporting Goods.
Hot Springs, Arkansas, the site where tonight Sunbelt Freshman of the Year Tony Mitchell and North Texas square off with another freshman, George Fant, and the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky. Mean Green and the Hilltoppers for the Sunbelt Men's Basketball Championship coming up next on ESPN2. Welcome to ESPN's Championship Week, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. And tonight, the Sunbelt Championship is on the line from Hot Springs, Arkansas, and the Summit Arena. 7th-seeded Western Kentucky, 5th-seeded North Texas for a chance to go to the NCAA tournament. How these teams got here, tight semifinal games. There have been 9 games in this tournament so far. The average margin of victory in the wins has been 6 points. No different for these two teams, playing a couple of tight ones to get here tonight. Hi again, everybody, alongside the coach, Mark Adams. Adam Amin on hand. It's been a tale of 2 seasons for both of these teams. Western Kentucky with its coaching situation, and for North Texas with its Sunbelt Freshman of the Year, Tony Mitchell.
Adam, Western Kentucky opened this season at 5-11. Head coach dismissed. Ray Harper steps in. Team responds with 3 consecutive losses. Down 26 at Denver. And Ray Harper walks in and says, guys, it's not about statistics. It's not about the score. It's about toughness. So much for statistics here tonight. And that team has turned around now as they have won 9 out of their last 13, 5 in a row, and now will play for the Sun Belt Championship. And for North Texas, this is a ball club that responded very well December 16th when Tony Mitchell, the super freshman, became eligible, the transfer from Missouri. He's a dynamic talent.
Well, let's take a look at our one-on-one tonight. 2 great programs with really solid success. Western Kentucky, the longer period, North Texas more recently.
Over the last 12 seasons, Western Kentucky with 6 appearances in this game, and they've won 5 of them. North Texas has responded. The last 3 seasons, they've made it to the final. Since Tony Mitchell has been eligible, 14-8, and now they play for 2 out of 3 possible Sun Belt championships over the last 3 seasons.
Take a look at our starting lineups tonight. 3 freshmen start for Western Kentucky. Gordon is a freshman, as is Fant and Price. Meanwhile, for North Texas, Brandon Walton hurt his shoulder in the semifinals last night. Did come back to finish the game out and is ready to go in the starting lineup tonight. Jacob Holman had a monster semifinal game for the Mean Green. Ray Harper, since taking over, 9-7, took over for Ken McDonald, who was let go. He said, this is a dream job for me, a Greenville, Kentucky native, about 55 miles away from the campus of Western Kentucky. And Johnny Jones, his 11th season as the head coach at North Texas, went to the Final Four back in 1981 as a player for LSU. He has done great things at North Texas. 5-seed North Texas, 7-seed Western Kentucky. Winner goes to the Sun Belt Championship, or wins it and gets the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. And it's a Cole and Mitchell for the tip, and Ting Cole wins the tip for the Hilltoppers. Our officiating crew, Ray Natili, John Heatley, and Ron Groover, combining for 44 years and nearly 1,700 games tonight. It's a Cole against Mitchell. And Cole gets the friendly roll. The junior from Sudan, the transfer from Oklahoma State, gets Western Kentucky on the board first.
Adam, this will be a battle of wills inside. Who is toughest in the paint will win this basketball game and the bid to the NCAA tournament.
Here's the stud, Mitchell. Had a good tournament so far, but less offensive scoring and more doing things on the defensive end and facilitating for his teammates. Price, great 3-point shooter, gives Western Kentucky a 5-0 lead.
TJ Price, especially since Ray Harper has taken over, has really upped the ante from the 3-point line.
North Texas has been pushed to the brink in each of its first 2 tournament games so far. They'd like to see Mitchell do a little more offensively. He puts the Mean Green on the board.
He averages a double-double. I've been all over the country watching mid-major basketball. I think that Tony Mitchell is the most gifted freshman in the country.
Johnny Jones says he's the most humble superstar he's ever coached, the most unselfish superstar he's ever dealt with. Western Kentucky has won 3 games in 3 nights to get to the championship game. Crook with the smooth 2. He's got 2 buckets early. He hasn't done much scoring in the tournament.
He's much better in a 70 to 80 point pace. We could see that tonight.
Mitchell can step out and shoot it. Offensive rebound for Franklin and a fresh 35 for the Mean Green. Beating Louisiana Lafayette and Arkansas State in their 3rd straight Sun Belt final. Jacob Holman put up a career-high 21 points last night, was outstanding from 3 and from the floor. He continues things in the finals.
Now, Holman has been in this championship game now 3 consecutive seasons. A lot of experience for Jacob Holman to draw from.
Count the 2 for George Fans. It's a goaltending call. Western Kentucky, the 9-4 lead, a very rich history, one of the greatest histories, especially amongst mid-majors.
7 Sweet 16 appearances, 42 conference championships. This has been a dominating program for decades in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Here's Walton. That shoulder doesn't look like it's bothering him early. He puts in the 2. Double figures in 4 straight games. They need Walton to provide some punch offensively. Crook left it a little bit short. Fent got it knocked away, and the Mean Green have it. There's Alzy Williams. North Texas lost 2 of its top 3 scorers at the semester break due to eligibility issues academically. Alzy Williams has stepped in big time. Mitchell, so athletic, couldn't finish. Franklin got it blocked inside by a Cole.
Tim Cole, the quick jumper. Watch him get up. Anticipation and goes, gets it. We're going to see block shots all night long. Cole, he can dominate inside. We've already talked about Mitchell's shot blocking ability.
There's Holman. Backing down on Khalil McDonald. And Holman the last 2 nights, 10 of 13 from the floor. Here comes McDonald, the only senior on this Western Kentucky roster. He's along with Vinny Zolo, a true freshman. 5 freshmen see significant time for Western Kentucky. Mitchell comes out of the pack. So good in the open floor. Williams.
Tony Mitchell at 6'8" can run the point guard position in the full court situation. And the advantage at 6'8", he can see over defenses to find open white jerseys.
6 straight for the Mean Green. Zolo for 3. Holman, pull up. It's his first miss. Price the rebound for Western Kentucky. Price can't leave him open for 3. He's knocked out back-to-back trays in Western Kentucky by 2.
All of the defenders, Adam, they went back to defend the basket instead of to the three-point line. You can't do that against Price. He will burn you in that situation.
And Western Kentucky struggled shooting all season long, but they have been outstanding shooting the basketball here in the Sun Belt Tournament. Mitchell from the baseline. Price squares another rebound. Here comes Western Kentucky looking to push the pace. Derek Gordon, outstanding freshman. Here comes North Texas. Numbers for Holman and the Mean Green. Who's going to run it down? It'll be Walton. He'll take a 3 from the corner. And look at the effort on both ends. Zolo comes down with a rebound for the Hilltoppers.
That's the toughness. That's the difference of this Western Kentucky basketball team. 50-50 balls. They are now getting them.
Zolo offensive rebound. Got it blocked by Franklin. Really impressive pace on both sides to start this game. Both teams shooting very well from the floor. 9 of 16 combined, and a 2-point early lead for Western Kentucky in the Sun Belt Finals. Nine games in the tournament so far down here in Hot Springs, and the average margin of victory has been 6 points. We're expecting a good game tonight. So far, we've gotten a good shooting start on both sides. Western Kentucky up by 2. Very young team. They start 3 freshmen. They have 5 freshmen who will average about 15 minutes or more per game. McDonald's the lone senior on this team. He's been shooting hot. Zolo, another offensive rebound.
Watch how many times Western Kentucky jams the ball in the paint. So far, 7 paint touches in the first less than 6 minutes of this game. They're aggressive, they're tough inside.
McDonald, tough with Mitchell down there deterring. Zolo, though, scrapping for it, and he draws a foul. How about Zolo, the true freshman? Guy who committed to Kentucky, but was let go out of his commitment when Billy Gillespie was let go.
Remember, it's about toughness. How do you show toughness? You get after the 50-50 balls. Vinny Zolo right there shows why Western Kentucky has turned this season around.
Mean Green force a turnover. Williams, he draws the foul, and he'll head to the free throw line. North Texas loves pace. Western Kentucky, they've played 3 games in 3 nights. They may try to slow it down a little bit today.
You talked about the pace of North Texas. Johnny Jones' basketball team wins over 80% of the time when they score 80 points or more. That's the pace that North Texas loves to play.
Alzy Williams, sophomore from Dallas. Fans comes back in as Akamene gets a breather for Western Kentucky. Alzy Williams, utility guy, shifted over to the point guard spot. 2 guys, Chris Jones and Jordan Williams, were ruled ineligible at the semester break, essentially. And Williams has done a great job of stepping in and turning into the point guard after he missed all of last season with a knee injury.
You know, Adam, we talked about the importance of getting the ball inside and paint work. North Texas, by average, is the tallest team in the Sun Belt. They average over 6'5.5" inches per player. This is a really big team that can really jam you in the paint.
Tallest team that Johnny Jones has ever had. Price is off to a good start. This is the shot. McDonald's there. Fighting for it underneath. Zolo tipped it. It was saved nicely by Williams. North Texas shot 59% from the floor in the semis. They've been outstanding shooting the basketball during the Sun Belt tournament. Both of these teams offensively have found good strides. This is the #1 offense in the Sun Belt in North Texas. Walton injured his shoulder last night, but he's got a couple of buckets early. North Texas by a pair.
Yeah, he's a very tough kid. They would not be here tonight if not for the game-winning 3-pointer versus Louisiana Lafayette.
Nice backdoor McDonald. Good deterrence inside by Kedrick Hogans. McDonald will tap it away and end that fast break attempt. Well, it is championship week, and we've got the Big East Men's Basketball Championship already underway. Pittsburgh and Connecticut will move on. In action tonight, Seton Hall Providence over on ESPNU, Rutgers Villanova. And when we hit the second round, you'll see coverage on ESPN. Championship on Saturday night from Madison Square Garden at 9 Eastern, presented by American Eagle Outfitters.
A lot of Middle Tennessee State fans are watching that Providence-Seton Hall game to see how that turns out. Middle Tennessee State vying for an at-large bid against teams like Seton Hall.
Middle Tennessee, the #1 seed, was bounced on Sunday, upset by the #9 seed, Arkansas State. Hogan's offensive rebound. Another chance for Williams. He got it blocked inside by Cole. Second block for Tinga Cole. Western Kentucky defensively has been so good in this tournament. 19 on the shot clock. Put down to 18. Seton Hall, one of those teams still on the bubble right now. Middle Tennessee State fans very interested in what the Pirates are doing.
There's the record. There's the RPI, the strength of schedule, the quality wins. VCU, West Virginia, Connecticut, and Georgetown. Bad losses at Villanova, Rutgers, at DePaul. When you compare that to Middle Tennessee State, 10-3 in their non-conference slate, a non-conference schedule strength of 94. Middle Tennessee State 3-2 versus the top 100.
Wow, how about Tinga Cole? He puts in 2. Western Kentucky had missed 5 straight before that bucket.
Tinga Cole told his coach Ray Harper last night, I'm bringing my A game tonight. He didn't play as well last night, did not feel good about it. He's challenged himself to step up his game. That's the toughness that Ray Harper has brought to this program.
Here's the walk-on Tyler Hall, dumping it off underneath. Roger Franklin with the finish. Hall, the senior from Texas, a walk-on who's going to get more time tonight because Walton's minutes are going to go down a little bit with that shoulder injury.
Roger Franklin, number 32 in white, he's a guy that can play that physical paint play.
Derek Gordon maneuvering inside. Franklin a rebound. He's been active since coming in. Trey Norris has it. He's played just 10 minutes the entire tournament. North Texas has to reach down deep into their bench. Franklin, offensive foul. Does the first turnover of the night for North Texas, and when we come back, we'll talk about the great history of Sun Belt basketball, 5 years of championship play. North Texas by 2. We're back in Hot Springs. Sun Belt Championship tonight, and Sun Belt basketball really is turning into one of the viable mid-major conferences in the country. North Texas winning this championship back in 2007. Remember, North Texas is in its 4th Sun Belt final in the last 6 years. Back in 2008, the start of a magical run for Western Kentucky. They went to the Sweet 16 in 2008. 2009, Western Kentucky repeated under first year at the time head coach Ken McDonald. A.J. Slaughter had a monster tournament that year. That was their last Sun Belt championship. And then North Texas, a couple of years ago, going to their last championship. Remember, 2011, North Texas played against Arkansas Little Rock, a buzzer beater for Arkansas Little Rock to knock off North Texas last year. Not only is this a great mid-major conference, but the tournament always seems to be one of the most exciting amongst all of NCAA basketball every year.
Well, it really has been. It always comes down to a last-second shot, it seems. And who could forget in 2008 the Hilltoppers run as Ty Rogers knocked down the big 3 to knock off Drake in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Of course, Derek Horn's team went to the Sweet 16.
Derek Horn in South Carolina now. Franklin has been so good. Got a little breather, started the game, got a little breather, came back, and he's been so active. Western Kentucky just one field goal in about the last 5 minutes.
Wow.
Mitchell is met upstairs by a Cole.
3 blocks for a Cole early. He's sending a message.
Price, deep 3. Fant the offensive rebound. He got it taken away by Hall, but it's going to be called a jump ball, so North Texas has the possession arrow in its favor.
Cole moves his feet, continues to follow, and goes up strong. Watch the separation. He doesn't belly up. He waits for the ball with patience and then goes and gets it. That's what great shot blockers do.
A transfer from Oklahoma State after his freshman year, originally from Sudan. He got a nice impact in the finals tonight.
So many guys, Adam, try to belly up. It's about separating from the offensive player and giving yourself the angle to block the shot.
You get Fant for the foul. That's his first. Fant, one of the fine freshmen for Western Kentucky. Zolo's back in. He's been very active. North Texas, excellent free throw shooting team as well. Knocking off Arkansas State, the 9 seed last night, beating Louisiana Lafayette on a Walton game-winning 3 with 8 seconds to go in the quarterfinals. Here is Walton. He's got Williams, who finds Franklin, along with Mitchell and Home in the 5 on the floor, and a foul is called. It'll be against a Cole as we have tonight's Fresh Take, and it's brought to you by Subway. Ironic, we have 2 freshmen in our Fresh Take. Gordon and Fant, the top 2 freshman scorers in the Sun Belt. 7
freshmen on the roster for Western Kentucky. These are 2 of the best, Derek Gordon and George Fant. Fant inside, Gordon outside.
There is Gordon coming out of the rebound. Zolo, a freshman, finding a Cole. Bodying up. He has been something else in the early minutes of this game against Tony Mitchell, the Sun Belt freshman of the year.
He told his coach, going to get you my best tomorrow night. He's given the best.
Franklin. A Cole is there for the rebound.
He saw a Cole over his shoulder. You could see him just kind of see that big red jersey and that big hand going up after the basketball.
Crook. Mitchell the rebound.
Tinga Cole, number 22 in red, is changing this game.
Tony Mitchell trying to do the same. He can step out and shoot it. He led the Sun Belt during conference play in points, rebounding, three-point shooting, and blocks. Remember, he came in 10 games into the season. He basically started during conference play.
And at 6'8", Adams shot 43% from the three-point line. You got to guard him everywhere. Tony Mitchell at 6'8". I think the most gifted mid-major freshman in the country. Originally headed for Missouri, didn't work out, came to North Texas, sat out until December the 16th. This team is 14-8 since that time, playing for the Sun Belt Championship for the third consecutive season.
Now Brandon Walton on the foul, so he has to step off the floor. Tyler Hall in that position. Here's Zolo on the pick and pop for three. And Hall flies in for the rebound. Hall trying to dump it off. That's a turnover. Here comes Crook. Crook slithering inside. Gordon's there for the follow.
Fant and Gordon. That's a fresh take right there. Those two guys flew down to support their teammate on the offensive glass. You love it when freshmen get it like that, when they give you that effort.
Holman got space, and a whistle and a foul is called.
Watch Gordon sprinting the floor. He's there to follow. Fant is right there as well. When you get that type of effort and toughness from your freshmen, and they're that gifted, that's good news for Hilltopper fans for the future of the Western Kentucky basketball program.
Vinny Zolo on a foul. Here is Jacob Holman. What a night for Holman yesterday. At 10 and 8 against Louisiana Lafayette in the quarterfinals, but he put up 21 points, a career high, 8 of 11 shooting, 5 of 5 from 3. He had 7 threes all season, and he hit 5 of them last night.
Well, Adam, the reason for that, they had to play him at the 4 spot previously in his career.
That's right.
Now, because of their size and because of the addition of Tony Mitchell, now he can roll out and play at the 3 spot, play his more normal position.
Western Kentucky led by 5 early. They've gone a little cold since.
North Texas goes 2-3 zone for the first time tonight.
Fant, the pitch out. Here's a Cole. 6 points for Tinga Cole.
Since Ray Harper took over, Tinga Cole improved his field goal percentage by over 7 percentage points. He's shown it tonight. A lot of confidence for number 22 in red.
Holman inside, rolled off the rim. A Cole tipped that one. Good play by Franklin with 2 fouls coming out with it. And the finish from Williams.
North Texas stayed with the 2-3 zone in spite of the fact Western Kentucky scored on their last possession against it.
McDonald for 3. Franklin in there. Hall comes out with it, and it's LZ Williams ahead of the field. North Texas, its largest lead of the night at 5. Seven minutes to go, first half. Johnny Jones and his North Texas Mean Green have their largest lead at 5. Switching defenses a couple of moments ago, Coach.
Little mini run right there as North Texas now falls back into man-to-man, switching out of the timeout, back to their man-to-man.
Fant spinning, and he draws the foul. And if that's a foul on Franklin, that will be the 3rd foul on Roger Franklin, and it is. So North Texas loses an active member here in the first half to foul trouble. Brian, thanks so much. North Texas leads by 5, 6:43 to go, first half. This is the largest lead for the Mean Green here in this first half. And for North Texas, Tony Mitchell was the story pretty much from the start of the season. Top high school recruit, committed originally to Missouri. failed to qualify. He enrolled at North Texas last spring. He was eligible this year after 10 games. Essentially was thrown on the court by Johnny Jones, and he really delivered.
He really has delivered. This team opened up at 4-5, and then he was only eligible to practice on December the 16th. They played on December the 18th, but 14-8 from that point. He really changes the game, Adam. 7-foot 2-inch wingspan. He's a great shot blocker, has tremendous jumping ability. He's got vision in the open court, can pass it. He's got a little bit of Magic Johnson in him in the open court situation. Got a big upside.
Lane violation will get called against North Texas, so another opportunity at this free throw for Fant. And Tony Mitchell, most people think he's a late first-round draft pick. Talk about another good shot blocker, it's Fant. And with the lane violation is able to knock in a pair of free throws, and he cuts it down to a 3-point game. Both teams have led by 5 in the first half.
A little full court pressure by Western Kentucky coming out of timeout.
Holman. The tip wouldn't go for Hogan's, and here comes Western. Gordon underneath, beautiful feed to a Cole.
Crook, number 14 in red, changes the game with his ability to accelerate the offense. That's why Cole was open, who runs the floor well for a big guy as well.
Mitchell looking for position on Fant. Here's Hogan's against Cole. That ball was touched by Gordon, so it stays alive, 9 to shoot. Hall for 3. The walk on Tyler Hall, who played 37 minutes his entire career coming into this season, is playing big minutes tonight for North Texas, which leads by 4.
He is their 3-ball specialist. He comes off the bench ready to fire.
So does McDonald, the only senior for Western Kentucky. The pitch to Crook, that's a 2. 6 points for Jamal Crook.
You can tell he likes this pace. He wants to get up and down. Crook is good in the 94-foot situation.
Hall spots up
Way
again.
off.
Yeah, way to the left. And Gordon squares the rebound. Cole, he'll think about it. Just 5 for 18 from 3 this year. Not a 3-point shooter, but he was feeling it, I guess. He's got 8 points already today. As we hit the 5-minute mark for the first half, both teams have led by as many as 5 in a good Sun Belt final so far. Too much from Hall. Hogan's couldn't keep it. And this is where Crook likes to be, the open floor. Here's Williams. Holman, nearly uncontested, finally got met up there by Fant, who has the rebound. And he will get fouled. Foul called on Kedrick Hogan's. The ACC Championship kicking off this week, Thursday, over on ESPNU. 4 games from the ACC tournament. Quarterfinals will take place right here on ESPN2 starting on Friday, and then Saturday the semifinals and the championship Sunday. All 3 of those games on ESPN from Atlanta, Georgia, part of Championship Week presented by Dick's Sporting Goods.
Well, North Carolina and Duke preseason, we thought they'd be 1-2, and that's exactly where they're at. It's amazing how that works out.
On a collision course, huh?
North Carolina playing as well as anybody in the country right now.
Ball away from the basketball. And they'll get Nico Stojakovic for the foul. Junior college transfer from Paris, France. Stojakovic averages about 11 minutes a game. North Texas can reach deep into its bench and has to a little bit because they've lost players during the season and they're a little bit banged up with that shoulder injury to Walton. Stojakovic knocked it out. He claimed Price was last to touch. And after the officials confirm, Ray Natili will turn the call over. John Heatley points it the other way.
When was the last time you saw a guy from Paris, France win a negotiation war?
Oh my goodness, that was well done, sir. Did you write that beforehand? You're just waiting for...
No, I just popped in my mind.
It's off the cuff, apparently.
A big history buff.
Ron Groover didn't know which way it was going. Now John Heatley points that it will stay at this end of the floor. We hit the under 4 timeout. 2-point North Texas lead. Final minutes of the first half. Ryan will talk to you and AB in about 4 minutes. We'll have all the updates for you from New York. North Texas and Western Kentucky each have had a 5-point lead here in the first half.
Western Kentucky goes 2-3 zone out of the out-of-bounds play.
Hall is knocked down to 3. Stojakovic flashing, shot clock winding. Mitchell inside. He squeezes, goes up, and he'll go to the line for 2. No other freshman in the country averages a double-double.
Watch Tony Mitchell go after the offensive glass. He's a good area rebounder. That 7-foot 2-inch wingspan just goes and retrieves basketballs.
And he's got a very good stroke, 73% at the foul line. He can step out and shoot it, so efficient in every facet of the game. Hit
huge free throws last night under pressure.
Right.
Final 30 seconds of the semifinal victory for North Texas.
Well, North Texas is perfect at the foul line. They're 5 of 5 and 30 for 34 in the tournament.
A lot of those were clutch last night.
Absolutely. Here's McDonald. And Hall steps in, grabs him before he can get to the foul line. They'll actually get the foul, though, on Trey Norris. 2 shots coming. See Tyler Hall, the walk-on. He actually broke his nose during an exhibition game in January. Want to talk about toughness. He went to the sidelines, got his nose reset, and then went back in and shot 2 free throws. He's getting big minutes here in the tournament. Who would have thought for a walk-on?
Well, when you've played as little as he has, a broken nose is simply a nuisance.
More of an inconvenience than anything else.
That's exactly right.
A tough kid from Texas. Here's Khalil McDonald. He's the 6th Hilltopper to get into the scorebooks. 83% foul shooter, knocks down a pair, and it's back to a 2-point game. Such a tight window here tonight.
Full court pressure from Western Kentucky.
Mitchell can shoot it. Zolo gets out on him. Morris guarded by the bigger Price. A dozen to shoot.
I think one of the biggest differences for this Western Kentucky team, they've gotten a lot tougher defensively. Yeah, their shooting percentages have gone up, but they've just been stingier defensively.
A good possession there, forcing an errant shot. Here comes Gordon. Western Kentucky has allowed 63 points to each of its 3 opponents here in the Sun Belt tournament. Very good defensively. Stojakovic comes out and hedges, and then he knocks it away. And he corrals it. And he finds Norris. And here's North Texas leading by 2.
Tony Mitchell wants the basketball. Coming late in the first half, he really wants to get the basketball on the block. Number 13 in white.
7 points for Mitchell so far. Intercepted by Gordon. Holman back defensively. Double dribble call by John Heatley.
This is where Tony Mitchell has to improve. He didn't get the ball, never makes it into your picture. There's the steal as Gordon goes coast to coast. And Tony Mitchell, a good enough athlete, he's got to sprint back defensively. He can't worry about not getting the basketball.
You see that too often sometimes, the poor selection or something on offense affects how you play defensively?
No question, especially for freshmen. And we got to remember, he's still a young guy, still
19
learning.
years old. It's been about 4 minutes since either team has a field goal.
There he gets it.
He's got good vision, finds Stojakovic. All the way inside, offensive foul. And he went down hard. Second foul on Nico Stojakovic, the Frenchman. He is slow to get up. Well, Franklin's got 2, Franklin's got 3, Stojakovic has 2, and Walton has 2. Good to see Stojakovic get up. And now Johnny Jones has to reach further back into his bench, and Hogan's will come to the scorer's table.
Stojakovic likes to drive lefty, and sometimes he can get in a hurry and not make the right decision, and that's an example of it right there.
Started his career at San Francisco, went to Lon Morris Junior College last year. A couple of guys from Lon Morris have made their way to North Texas. Western Kentucky 2 to tie 3 for the lead. 90 seconds to go first half.
Fant back in the game. They look high-low.
He was trying to get position on Hogan's, and he seemed to for a moment, and then kind of lost his footing.
That's a staple of the Western Kentucky offense. They put in the high-low about 2 weeks ago, specifically to isolate Fant down low. And that's part of that toughness of the Ray Harper offense and defense to pound the ball in the paint.
And because of that, they've shot 103 free throws during the Sun Belt tournament. Mitchell stepped on the baseline. A good defense from George Fant and a turnover for North Texas.
Boy, is that a great freshman big man matchup. George Fant, a freshman, 44 in red. Tony Mitchell, number 13 in white. Freshman versus freshman.
Two of the top shot blockers in the Sun Belt. Fant the screen for Gordon. Okol steps out. Mitchell got out on him. And they'll get Tony Mitchell for a foul. The first foul on Mitchell. He got into foul trouble yesterday, and Johnny Jones did a really nice job in the second half because he picked up his third with about 16 minutes to go. He balanced that lineup the rest of the way very well.
Well, North Texas, the thing that they can do, they can defend and rebound. Even without Mitchell, they still do those two things well.
Okol averages 6. He's into double figures here in the first half. What a great first half for the Sudan native. We're tied once again. It's 30 apiece. Third tie of the night.
Without a call in, I'm getting it inside.
Mitchell bodying up on Fant. A nice job by Akame to get out and at least turn offensively. Hall got rid of it. Here's Williams. Going up. Tony Mitchell throws it down. Four-and-a-half-second difference. Shot clock and game clock. Western Kentucky down 2.
Watch for Crook off the high screen dribble penetration. Fant is your option low. 14 in red, 44 in red.
Crook. McDonald with 3. Was on the sideline. And North Texas will have a chance to extend a 2-point lead with 6 seconds to go. And a timeout called. Johnny Jones will talk it over for the final 6 3/10 of this first half. North Texas leading by 2 with 6.3 remaining. Final shot coming for the Mean Green here in this first half. What are you looking for?
Watch for Alzy Williams, number 3, to attack off the dribble. Obviously, you've got Tony Mitchell also. Option A off the pass.
Williams, the floater, it'll count if it goes. The tip try won't. And in a very entertaining back and forth first half, North Texas has a 2-point lead. Western Kentucky did not score for the final 6 minutes of the opening 20 minutes. Let's go back to the studios. Ryan Burr and Adrian Ranch.
You're watching Championship Week, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods.
Welcome back to Championship Week, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We get set for the start of the second half of the Sun Belt Finals. 2-point North Texas lead. Back with the coach Mark Adams, Adam Amin on hand. Give me an adjustment for both of these teams.
I think for Western Kentucky right now, it's about getting up and down 94 foot. Get Jamal Crook more in his comfort zone, really pushing the basketball and clean up your on-ball screens. For North Texas, more of the same. Pound it inside, keep going to Tony Mitchell.
Neither of the teams, I should say, were really good in the final 5 minutes offensively. See this for Western Kentucky. They've battled back all season long, especially as of late under Ray Harper. 5 of the last 6 games that they have been trailing at the halftime break, they have come back and won. They were down 13 against UALR with 9 minutes to go in the quarterfinals and came back and won that game. They can get into a ball game in a hurry just like that. Derek Gordon buries a 3, just 2 points for the leading freshman scorer for Western Kentucky.
Good start for Derek Gordon. He's a guy that can get it going in a hurry.
Here's Franklin, along with Holman, Walton, Mitchell, and Williams, starting 5 out there for the Mean Green.
We already see the adjustment on the on-ball screens, trying to hedge harder on those on-ball screens with more active rotation. Tony Mitchell knocks it down.
He's in a double figures. He averages a double-double, the only freshman in the country to do so. Back and forth first half. Both teams led by as many as 5. We had 3 ties and 3 lead changes. Gant. Mitchell went high to try to deter. Gant was too strong. And here comes North Texas.
Well, with Tony Mitchell just skies, and you constantly know he's in the vicinity, and you've got to change your shot. That shot was changed because of the athleticism of Tony Mitchell. What a pass!
He finds Williams for 2.
Adam, I've seen mid-major basketball from coast to coast, and Tony Mitchell is the best all-around athlete of anybody I've seen at the mid-major level. That guy does a little bit of everything. Vision off the pass. Full court can lead the break. Defensively can block shots. Scores on the block and scores from 3.
Fant to a Cole, who had a monster first half. He's got 14 points.
And Tony Mitchell inexplicably had his hands down right there with a Cole. With a 7-foot 2-inch wingspan, you've got to have active hands all the time.
Gordon, Crook, Cole, Fant, and Price, the 5 out there for Western Kentucky.
You can see Western wants to push it more aggressively.
Here's Fant. He had 4 points, 3 rebounds in the first half.
You know, Adam, when you talk about playing 94 feet, it's not just Jamal Crook, number 14 in red. You got to have your big guys sprinting the floor as well.
Gordon, another 3. North Texas wants to push the pace. Williams, a little too strong with the right hand, and here comes Western. Crook to Fant.
That's what Ray Harper wants. Crook gets in the gaps, the freshman to freshman, as Fant knocks down the medium-range J.
3 rattles home for Jacob Holman. 5 for 5 last night. Holman knocks down his first 3 of the game.
There's your X-factor guy, number 1 in white. Jacob Holman's had some big games in this tournament.
Gordon getting the bump on Jacob Holman. Holman a career-high 21 last night.
His 3rd straight Sun Belt Conference final, and this kid is ready to play. He knows how big this game is. He knows how to react to the pressure. We saw it last night as he led his basketball team to a victory. We're seeing the same response tonight from Jacob Holman.
Gonna look at Ray Natili, and he says that the foul is indeed on Jacob Holman. By the way, we had an official stats change during the halftime break. We got told by the official stats crew Roger Franklin was incorrectly given a 3rd foul during the first half, which is huge for North Texas. He only has 2 fouls. Official stats had it at 3 for a while, and then during the halftime break, they came over and told us that there is a change, so that is big. Roger Franklin has been very active in this ball game. Mass substitutions for Western Kentucky, as Cole and Fant each get breathers. Solo is on, as is Okaro Akamade. McDonald, Khalil McDonald, the only senior, is on the floor as well. Walton. Little scoop, he tipped in his own miss. Brandon Walton, the injured shoulder last night. He's got 7 points tonight.
Didn't look like it right there. Western Kentucky just went to a little bit of full court pressure package. All North Texas did was pick up the pace and attack. I love that.
Crook with Mitchell defending. Foul is called. Okaro Akamade came flying in. They're going to call him for over the back.
Jamal Crook very much in attack mode and does exactly what he should do. Goes right at the sternum of the shot blocker. Mitchell able to change the shot. Never back off the shot block. Go right to his chest. Draw contact.
Gordon guarding Holman. A good dive on the floor by Akamene to pick it up. Here's McDonald. All the way home. And he'll go to the free throw line. We'll get another foul on Jacob Holman. It is his second. Already 4 lead changes in the first 4 minutes of this second half. Western Kentucky had a terrible start to their season. Ken McDonald, who was able to avoid getting fired with a great recruiting class coming in this year, ended up being let go. And then Ray Harper, who was one of the associate head coaches, was named the interim head coach back on January the 6th.
Take a look at the point differential, minus 6.8. The last 5 games, plus 4.4. Why is that important? Because of that man who inspired his team to play tougher, to play together, to be unselfish, to play as winners. That's a plus 11.2 points per game. That's how you win close games.
And his lone senior, Khalil McDonald, is at the foul line. He said he's so proud of Khalil McDonald, the kid who, again, comes in as a senior, the only senior on a very young team. And Ray Harper said Khalil McDonald in the last 3 weeks has become the best leader I've ever coached. That is high praise.
Well, he's 24 years old. He's a little bit older. This is his shot right here as a senior.
Ray Harper, 2 national championships at the Division II level, 2 national championships at NAIA. Didn't really want to leave Kentucky Wesleyan, but Oklahoma City gave him a great offer, and then when he had a chance to come closer to home, he lives about 55 miles away, his hometown Greenville, from Bowling Green. He decided that he had to take the job. And this year becoming a head coach at the Division I level for the first time. Interim tag removed just a few weeks ago. Here's Franklin wheeling inside. 4 points, 4 rebounds for the junior from Duncanville, Texas.
Ray Harper said, I don't have a 5-year plan or a 3-year plan. I have a now plan. And that's exactly what Western Kentucky has done. 9-4 over the last 13, 5 in a row, and now playing for the Sun Belt Conference Championship here tonight.
And a trip to the NCAA tournament. They've won 3 games in 3 nights. Gordon on the drive, draws the bump. That'll be the 3rd foul on Jacob Holman here in the second half already, 5 minutes in. And Holman, 9 points here in this ball game tonight. Has shot very well the last 2 nights.
Adam, it was so interesting to talk to Ray Harper last night when we talked about his basketball team. Big time block, goaltending will play on. Fant gets the deuce. But as Ray Harper was talking about the Denver game at Denver, down 43-16, as we take a look at the quick jumping Tony Mitchell, Fant doesn't back off. The freshman gets the deuce.
And Walton knocks down a 3.
And he challenged his team. It's not about stats. It's not about score. It's about toughness. And this team has shown toughness down the stretch.
5 seed North Texas, 7 seed Western Kentucky. Winner gets the Sun Belt Championship and the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. McDonald rattles one in and out. Gordon comes flying in for the offensive rebound. He lost it. Franklin has it. Here comes North Texas. Holman. Off to Mitchell. Largest North Texas lead of the night at 6.
Jacob Holman is versatile. Played the 4 spot last season. Now is a 3-man. Keeps his head up. Finds his best athlete. Finisher, Tony Mitchell.
Holman staying on the floor with the 3 fouls, and he makes a big play to find Mitchell. He's got 14 points tonight. And North Texas, with its largest margin for a lead tonight at 7, and the Mean Green crowd to its feet in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Paul Mitchell, here he comes. Double from Fant. 25 still on the shot clock.
Fant came from outside the baseline, grabbed the basketball. Therefore, North Texas basketball.
Walton, tough pull-up. Got it to go!
His shoulder popped out twice last night. You'd never know it the way he's giving it up tonight.
Ryan Burns studio checking out the ESPN networks. Champ Week rolling along. Big East final on ESPN on the women's side. Connecticut, Notre Dame currently a 2-point game. Huskies in the lead. Over on ESPNU, Big East action. Seton Hall in a must-win situation according to Joe Lunardi against Providence. Up 20 now on the Friars. And of course our game's a good one. Princeton up 10-10 at the half. If this score holds true, Harvard will be on the way to the NCAA tournament. Guys.
Thanks so much, Ryan. North Texas in a heartbeat has its largest lead, an 8-0 run to go up 9. It took 53 seconds for North Texas to make this run. Western Kentucky is now being pushed. Its 4th game in as many nights to try to go to the NCAA tournament as a 7 seed out of this Sun Belt Conference. Adam Amin, the coach Mark Adams. North Texas, a number 5 seed in its 3rd straight Sun Belt Championship, up by 9, its largest lead. Here comes Western Kentucky, who has already made a 9-point comeback in this tournament. Fant can't connect, off the rim it rolled. A jump ball would send it the other way to North Texas, and that will be the call.
Ray Harper got exactly what he wanted. He wanted to get a ball down low to Fant, his freshman who can score down the block. But again, Tony Mitchell, you know he's out there. You know he's lurking. Even when he's not in the game, he gets in the guys' heads. You just constantly remember the shot blocker's presence.
Nice break. And Franklin finishes. First double-digit lead of the night on either side.
I think you stay with it. You look for Gordon, you look for Fant.
Crook.
Tough shot.
Hogan's the board.
Not the shot Ray Harper wanted.
Hall.
That's why.
A 12-0 run capped off by this Hall bucket.
A walk-on. Number 33, Tyler Hall. That's the biggest basket of his career. A senior who has seen little time, but now stretches the lead to 13 points. Sometimes walk-ons sure come in handy, Adam.
He had played 37 minutes his entire career coming into the season. This season, over 300 minutes as a walk-on. How often do you see that? Tyler Hall with 2 big buckets, a 3 in the first half, and that 2. It's a 13-point lead for North Texas on a 12-0 run with 9 minutes to go in the quarterfinals. Western Kentucky was down 13. That's the situation they face right now. That one with 9 minutes to go. They've got a little bit more time here. They need more of Fant. He's got double figures. He draws the foul. That's the foul on Roger Franklin. That's his 3rd, and a chance at a 3-point play for Fant.
Well, I like the way that Ray Harper's come out, gotten the ball to George Fant, the cousin of the great Jim McDaniels.
Right. One of the all-time leading scorers in Western Kentucky history. Led him to the Final Four back in 1971. He wore number 44, just like George does. A 3-point play cuts it back down to a 10-point game.
And George didn't really want to wear the jersey. Jim McDaniels insisted.
He encouraged it, right? Franklin. A Cole the rebound. 8 minutes into the second half.
Look at Fant work hard early.
Yep.
Establish his position, attack.
Well, he's too strong against Franklin, but he draws the foul. So a couple of shots coming for the suddenly energized George Fant. Under 12 media timeout, 10-point game at Hot Springs. Western Kentucky is trailed by as many as 13, trying to get back in the game, and a big reason they can get back into a game is because of George Fant. He's got 7 in the second half. His coach takes you inside the play.
There are guys that sprint the floor and seal, and we're going to look at George Fant right here, number 44, as he sprints the floor. Watch him run aggressively, then watch him seal early on the opposite end. Right there, he already makes contact, and he already pins his man down low to give himself space to work the entire area to the basket. Run and seal, he keeps him on his back, he rides him, keeps him on his back, and then attacks. There are big guys that can run and big guys that can sprint, and I love the big guys that can sprint and seal at the same time, Adam.
And George Fant just drew the 4th foul on Roger Franklin of North Texas, who's been the most active big man alongside Tony Mitchell tonight. George Fant, his mother went to Western Kentucky. This is a Western Kentucky family for George Fant. I already told you his uncle, one of the great scorers in Western Kentucky history. And a big second half. He's got 9 of his 13 here in the first 8 minutes of the second half. 13-point lead has been cut down to 8. North Texas, Walton, Williams, Mitchell, Hogans, and Hall. And Hall has hit some big buckets tonight.
Here's where Western Kentucky needs to make a stand. Tinga Cole's got to help over the top, and he does.
Now he steps out on Hogans. Shot clock down to 10. Good possession for Western Kentucky so far. Price guarding Hall. Deep 3. That's a clutch Western Kentucky defensive stop. They're down by 8 with the ball now.
That's the toughness that they learned at Denver, right there. That's the way their coach wants them to play. It's not about stats. It's not about the score. Who is the toughest basketball team on the floor? George Fant, 44 in red, leading the way right now for Western Kentucky.
A tough shot by McDonald. 11 minutes to go. 5 straight for Western Kentucky, now back on D.
In the half-court set, watch for Brandon Walton, number 2 on the perimeter. He gives it up.
Gordon the steal. Gordon for 3. Fant. How big has he been here in the second half?
Huge.
Aggressive hands from Gordon. Just made a big defensive play.
The steal comes, and Fant sprints the floor again. Gordon comes up with the steal. He passes, follows, shoots, and there's Fant. He just runs it down and straight up strong.
Another turnover. Gordon on the deck to get it. Here comes McDonald. He's got a Cole. Here's Price. Missed the layup. A Cole is there. He puts it in. It's a 4-point game.
The big guys for Western Kentucky outrunning North Texas 94 feet.
A 9-0 Western Kentucky run to cut a 13-point lead down to 4.
We've seen Fant sprint the floor. This time it's a Cole as he sprints the left-hand side, doesn't assume the layup, establishes position, a little bit of a nudge there with the right forearm. All is fair in the paint.
16 for a Cole tonight. Big East Men's Basketball Championship presented by American Eagle Outfitters. Seton Hall blowing out Providence. Rutgers and Villanova tonight on ESPNU. Second round coverage begins on ESPN starting tomorrow. Quarterfinals on Thursday. Semis on Friday. And sure enough, the championship on Saturday, 9 Eastern. On Saturday night, it's the Big East Championship presented by American Eagle Outfitters. Western Kentucky has made runs in this tournament when they've been down double digits. Cole and Fant are doing the dirty work here in half number 2 for the Hilltoppers, who are back within 4.
Johnny Jones really wants Jacob Holman to get a good look here. Number 1 and White's got to give it up. Good defense by Western Kentucky.
Oh, what a move by Walton, but he couldn't finish. Hogan's came out with it. Holman, 3 to shoot. Holman got it to go. Big shot for Jacob Holman. He's got 11 tonight.
A lot of white jerseys in the paint for a long time right there.
8 for 11 last night, 4 of 11 tonight. 3 straight double-figure performances for Holman. Cole, deep 2. Not the shot you wanted. Here comes North Texas. Mitchell.
Well, he thought about it.
He did.
He's capable. Remember, 43% from behind the arc. And Tony Mitchell wants the basketball again. He had a clear out on the right-hand side.
Well, he and Cole are just staring each other down. Now Fant picks up Mitchell. Step back. Mitchell knew it was short from the start. McDonald clears it.
Great defense by George Fant.
McDonald.
I admire this basketball team. They have come back from unbelievable adversity. Their head coach fired. Opened the season 5-14. Here they are in the championship game of the Sun Belt. They just battle at them.
Trip to the big dance on the line. North Texas with a 3-point lead. And here's number 3. Alzy Williams has 11 points tonight. It's back to a 5-point game.
Was he a leader? Last night, same way. Need a big play? Alzy Williams.
Just a sophomore. Cole against Mitchell. Draws the foul. Tinga Cole has been outstanding tonight. He'll have a couple of shots coming to cut into a 5-point deficit. Under 8 to go in Arkansas.
Brian Burr with your studio update. Big East action over on ESPNU. Providence and Seton Hall. The Hall in desperate need of a win, and it looks like they will get it. Patrick Alda from 3, and the blowout is on. The Pirates up 61-38, 8:44 to go. Women's action over on ESPN. Big East championship game. UConn and Notre Dame, 3 versus 4. Huskies up 5, 6:25 to go. Guys?
Thanks, Ryan. Herb Pope, career double-double leader amongst active players. Who would have thought with Kevin Jones on that list?
Herb Pope, look at the career double-doubles. Opened his career at New Mexico State, then transferred to Seton Hall. And you see Kevin Jones, Yancey, Gates. What a comeback by that young man after the situation at Xavier. Alex Oriaki at UConn with 14.
Herb Pope had quite the comeback, too. Medical scares his entire career. You want to talk about double-double machines, though. Tony Mitchell, the only freshman in the NCAA to average a double-double. His points have been going down, but not because he wasn't scoring as much or making a concerted effort to. He was being more unselfish. He was getting his teammates involved, and he was doing more defensively. Tonight looks like the Tony Mitchell of old.
And we talked about Herb Pope going from New Mexico State to Seton Hall. Tony Mitchell took a different route from Missouri to North Texas.
Tinga Cole has been outstanding tonight. This is the one spot he struggles at the foul line, just 64% on the season. Both teams. Free throw shooting has been a factor. Western Kentucky has shot a ton in the tournament. North Texas has been the best free throw shooting team in the tournament. And Cole has tied his career high with 17 points tonight. It was a 13-point lead here in the second half for North Texas. At one point it was trimmed down to 3. It's sitting at 4 with 7:40 to go. A trip to the NCAA tournament is on the line. Fant goes up for the block on Williams. He has been a monster here in the second half.
And he's only a freshman.
So is Gordon. 5 freshmen get significant minutes for Western Kentucky. 3 of them were in the starting lineup tonight for a team that has won 3 games in 3 nights as a 7 seed. And they're a step away from the NCAA tournament.
That's why being in attack mode so critical late game, because your legs go late and suddenly jump shots don't fall.
Gordon. Mitchell to turn. A goal! A new career high for the Sudan native. It's a 2-point game.
Adam, we talked about who's going to be tougher. Here we are with 6:40 to go. It's still a draw as far as I'm concerned.
Expect anything else in the Sun Belt. Franklin. Here comes Price. All the way in. Williams back the other way. Ran into McDonald, and a foul is called on the senior from Brooklyn. Tinga Cole, though, a career high tonight, 19.
Gordon gets into the paint because he draws all the defender. It allows Cole to come right down. Watch the defense suck to him. All the white jerseys, Cole goes right to the rim. If you're a big guy and you see your guard go to the paint, you just follow him. It's easy money.
McCall, just a sponge. He continues to learn the nuances of the game. Again, a transfer from Oklahoma State after his freshman year. Halsey Williams, 11 points tonight. Second leading scorer on North Texas behind Mitchell. And North Texas, which has been so good at the free throw line here in the Sun Belt Conference tournament, misses its first of the night. Williams, an 80% shooter. We already saw Middle Tennessee, the #1 seed, which was the worst free throw shooting team in the Sun Belt this year, get bounced because they couldn't make free throws in their ball game. 2 misses from an 80% slinger.
And remember, Western Kentucky under Ray Harper, they've improved their free throw shooting by a full 4 percentage points. That's significant when we talk late game. It's a high-low.
A call.
That's tough. That's real tough.
We're tied for the first time since it was 1:04 to go in the first half.
I'd look for Jacob Holman, back his defender down, play physical, or you got Mitchell down low.
Here's Mitchell over Fance. A Cole got a piece, count the 2.
Your best options for North Texas. Number 13 in white, Tony Mitchell, matched up with Fant. Cole tries to come from the help side. Option 2, Jacob Holman, with the way he's been playing, he's got a size advantage offensively.
Fant couldn't corral it. Williams blows by everybody for the 2 and the foul.
Watch Halsey Williams. Look how low he keeps the basketball. The ball never basically comes above his hip level. He keeps it low. He drives it to the basket under control with the explosion.
This time he comes back after missing a pair. He finishes off a 3-point play, and it's back to a 5-point lead as we hit the 5-minute mark in Hot Springs. A foul on the floor against North Texas. Look at Tony Mitchell. That'll be his 3rd. Tinga Cole, what a superstar night he has had. It's a good time for a new career high.
This is a kid that's really grown up under Ray Harper. In fact, this is a program that is growing up under Ray Harper. It's an amazing story of a team that was basically dead and buried. and now has returned and playing for the Sun Belt Championship. Because that kid gets it. And that coach gets it. 4 national titles. And I can hear all the Power 6 fans saying, well, he only won at the NAIA and NCAA Division II. I'm telling you, some of the greatest coaches I know coach at that level of basketball. You got to coach at that level. You just don't get talent and win. You got to coach. And that's what Ray is. He's a coach.
3-point game. Mitchell against a Kamine.
Shot clock at 6.
Mitchell, tough shot.
He lost the ball on the way up. How good of an athlete is this kid? Great hands to recover.
Gordon into Mitchell. Derek Gordon with 7 of his 9 in the second half. The true freshman makes it a 3-point game. Under 4 minutes to go. NCAA tournament bid on the line.
Time and time again, this team has gone to Mitchell down low.
Holman for 3. McDonald the rebound. He gets fouled by Hogans. The average margin of a victory in this tournament has been 6. We've got a 3-point game with 3:35 to go.
Ryan Burr in studio to the Ivy League. Once again, Penn has to win to force a 1-game plan with Harvard. If Princeton wins, Harvard heads to the tournament. 12:15 to go on ESPN3. Princeton by 3 over Penn. Over on ESPN, it's the Big East Women's Championship game. Number 4 UConn taking on number 3 Notre Dame. Currently a 7-point Husky lead. 3:43 to go once again. That's over on ESPN. Just a reminder, coming up next, it is the Summit League Championship game. Great look there at Nate Walters. Western Illinois, South Dakota State's next.
Nate, one of the top scorers in the country, Ryan, but we've got 3 minutes and 35 crucial seconds to go in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Number 5 seed North Texas have been pushed to the brink the entire tournament, while Western Kentucky has been very solid. Coach, he takes you inside the play.
Watch Derek Gordon on the backside as he's to come all the way through and attack right there, and watch him go into the shot blocker. He pins Tony Mitchell underneath the basket by being physical and lowering the shoulder. That's great execution as to how to attack the shot blocker.
Tony Mitchell's been a beast in this tournament, blocking shots. He's got 2 tonight, 12 in the 3 games in this tournament, the all-time single-season record holder for North Texas. But right now it's the freshman, the senior, I should say, Khalil McDonald at the free throw line. Ray Harper's young Western Kentucky team. Western Kentucky 16 of 18 at the foul stripe. This is the closest that they have been since North Texas took a 13-point lead.
Look for some full court pressure out of the made free throw from Western Kentucky. They back off. They're going to stay with their man-to-man. That, you know, when you play 4 games in 4 days, you got to pick and choose your spots. Obviously, Ray Harper's going to want to go ahead and play great half-court defense.
Walton for Mitchell. Double team comes from Price and a foul call. Second foul on the freshman from Slidell, Louisiana. Just the 15th foul, I guess, against Western Kentucky. Walton, he draws the 6th foul. That'll be on Gordon. That's his 3rd. So no more fouls to give on either side. It'll be bonus the rest of the way. The 2 teams where free throw shooting has been a factor in the Sun Belt tournament. Holman rattled off the rim of the rebound to a Kamine. We hit the 3-minute mark. Western Kentucky's last lead came 14 minutes ago.
Boy, you know exactly what this team wants to do. There's your high-low look. Fant's option A, there he is.
Fant for the lead.
Off the glass. Now it becomes a one-on-one game. Fant versus Mitchell inside.
First lead for Western Kentucky since about 60 points ago. It was 37-36 the last time the Hilltoppers led in this game at the 17-minute mark.
You know where Western Kentucky wants to put the ball into George Fant's hand. Looks how he uses the backboard. You just don't see it enough, but you see it from that fundamentally driven freshman.
2 timeouts apiece. No fouls to give on either side. Western Kentucky has a 1-point lead with 2:36 remaining. The Hilltoppers, one of the youngest teams in the Sun Belt, have won 3 games in 3 nights, beating a 2 seed and a 3 seed on the way to the championship, looking for their first NCAA bid in 3 years. They're 22nd overall in the storied history of their program. North Texas in its 3rd straight final, looking to go back to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2010.
Well, they completely isolated for a 2-game between Holman and Mitchell on the right-hand side. Well defended by Western Kentucky on the on-ball screen.
5 to shoot. Williams to Holman for Mitchell. Shot clock to 1. And another big Western Kentucky stop here in the second half. Championship week is only going to get better, folks. ACC men's basketball starting up tomorrow. Make it Thursday, I should say. Noon Eastern, ESPNU first-round action. Friday, ESPN2. Saturday, ESPN Sunday. The championship game at 1 Eastern. 2 minutes to go. 1-point lead for Western Kentucky. They've got the ball.
You mean it can get better than this? This is pretty doggone good.
Gordon lost it. It's thrown away. And a turnover. North Texas has it.
Watch how Western Kentucky defends on-ball screens. They're really showing hard and rotating on the backside.
Mitchell guarded by Fant. Akamene nearly stole it. Here comes Williams. 2 shots coming. With the foul on Fant, a couple of shots coming. Be Alzy Williams, who's had a big second half. 7 here in the second, double figures tonight. He ties the game. This for a North Texas lead.
We'll see if Johnny Jones rolls the dice one time in full court pressure. They back off as well. This is becoming just half court. Let's just grind it out. And if you're George Fant and North Texas, I think North Texas has to look for a hard double on Fant next time he catches the basketball.
The ball nearly knocked away. Gordon saved it. Here's McDonald. Everybody scrambling. McDonald for 3.
Tough, tough, tough.
1 minute to go in Arkansas. Western Kentucky leads it by 2. Mitchell nearly turned it over. Timeout called by Roger Franklin. Heads-up play by the junior. Still 21 on the shot clock for the Mean Green, and 50.8 to go, down by 2.
When I asked Ray Harper last night about Khalil McDonald, he said, I'm most proud of my senior. This is toughness. Laying it on the line for the loose ball And then McDonald, the senior, strokes it from downtown.
Well, the Sun Belt has proven to be a very viable contender when it comes down to playing the big boys. And this is why everybody likes to see him in the NCAA tournament, too.
LaRon Dendy with a double-double as Middle Tennessee State knocks off UCLA. South Alabama over LSU in November comes through with the big victory. And Raymond Cintron of Middle Tennessee State over Ole Miss as Kermit Davis went home. His father was the former head coach at at Mississippi State. Obviously a few family members that night for the victory over Ole Miss.
.12 to shoot. Holman rolled around and out. Holman got his own miss. Blocked by a call. Run down by Gordon. 33 seconds to go. A call ahead of the field. Turnover, and North Texas has it. Down by 2 and 28 seconds to go with a shot clock off. McCall will come to the bench. Akamene will come in. McCall a career high tonight with 23 points, but North Texas down by 2. The shot clock is turned off. 2 for the tie, 3 for the lead, and maybe the win and a trip to the NCAA tournament.
Alzy Williams, number 3, will make the decision. They'll look inside for Mitchell. They'll look outside for Holman.
Walton misses a 3. Price the rebound, and he is fouled.
Wow. This is not the shot that Johnny Jones had in mind. Extremely well defended by Derek Gordon.
Huge 1-and-1 for TJ Price at the line. Akamene with a rebound. He puts it back in. 4-point game. 8 seconds to go. Walton gets fouled on a 3 with 4 seconds remaining. And Ray Harper wondering why. Derek Gordon, the freshman, with the foul. And Brandon Walton, just a 67% shooter, will head to the free throw line with a chance to make it a 1-point game.
With 4.1, you still make all 3 because you can foul immediately and still get the ball back with 4 seconds to 3.5 seconds to go.
Timeout for Johnny Jones and North Texas, and I imagine he's probably going to tell his guys what he wants them to do, whether it is miss the free throw or make it here and extend the game with fouls. Coming up next, the Summit League Championship. Western Illinois taking on South Dakota State from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Clay Madvick, Bob Valvano will be with you in mere seconds, but right now a 4.1 second ball game, 72-70. Western Kentucky has the lead. How about that last free throw? TJ Price ended up missing a free throw. Akamene was there for the rebound. We have a moment. Let's go to the studios and Ryan Burr.
All right, guys, we are checking in over on ESPN as UConn is on their way to win the Big East Women's Championship. Huskies had lost their last 3 against Notre Dame, but they will get them tonight. UConn, number 4 in the land, beating Notre Dame, number 3. UConn winning a Big East crown.
Thanks, Ryan. One more free throw coming for Brandon Walton, the junior college transfer from California. He can cut it to a 1-point game, and then North Texas can extend the game with fouls. Or do you think Johnny Jones wants him to miss right now?
If it's my team, I make the free throw. Here's the decision for Johnny Jones. He has a different decision than most other coaches. He's got one of the greatest athletes in America right outside the right-hand block. Can that great athlete, Tony Mitchell, jump up and make one play to tie this game. I think you make it, and then I think you sell out for the steal, and then you foul. If I'm Ray Harper, I look deep. I seal this thing deep.
Let's see what Walton does.
Missed.
He missed it on purpose, accommodating the rebound. He finds McDonald, and he gets fouled with 1.5. Two shots coming for the senior Khalil McDonald.
They tried to miss it right. They went for the athletic side on the right-hand side. Just didn't work out.
McDonald has not missed a free throw tonight. And Western Kentucky is a free throw away from sealing the deal for Western Kentucky. Three wins in 3 nights for one of the youngest teams in the Sun Belt Conference, and they're 1.5 away from a trip to the Big Dance. Remember last year, Arkansas, Little Rock, and North Texas in the championship game. Arkansas, Little Rock was trailing. North Texas was on the ropes. And North Texas got bounced in the finals last year.
Adam, Western Kentucky opens the season at 5-11. Ray Harper takes over as an assistant coach, becomes the head coach. Next thing you know, this team's on the verge of a Sun Belt Conference championship.
We mentioned the heartbreak for North Texas a year ago. Arkansas, Little Rock on March the 8th in the Sun Belt Championship. North Texas had an opportunity. White hit the three. Still had about 7 seconds left. Arkansas, Little Rock was down by 2. And sure enough, a big three to seal the deal and send the Trojans to the Big Dance. But now North Texas, for the 2nd straight year, is going to experience that same heartbreak. Western Kentucky wins 4 games in 4 nights and is headed back to the NCAA tournament.
Western Kentucky was dead and buried only just 2 months ago, and now the Hilltoppers sit atop the Sun Belt Conference, headed for the NCAA tournament. Congratulations, Western Kentucky.
Ray Harper brought this team from the brink of oblivion in the 2011-2012 season to the NCAA tournament. Our final score tonight, Western Kentucky 74, North Texas 70. From Mark Adams and our wonderful ESPN crew. Adam Amin sings So Long from Arkansas. Coming up next on ESPN2, Championship Week presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, Western Illinois and South Dakota State for the Summit League title. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. To Ryan Burr in our studio.